Hello everyone, welcome back to our sessions. Today we'll be discussing something new on Power BI. So as you know, Power BI is one of the best data visualization tool in the market, and most of the industries, whether they are from oil and gas, banking, investment banking, sales, retail, clinical research, and all that, everyone is working on Power BI. So they are, if even if they are not working on Power BI, most of them I have seen migrating to Power BI from existing technologies to Power BI because of there are many factors for that, as you know. So we'll not go into the factor side, but we'll go into the learning part. So we'll see something new in the last session. In the last video, you have seen how we can use the field parameters and how that can help us in our day-to-day activities. So today, if you have not watched that video, you can go to my channel. You can go to the Power BI playlist. There you will find that video, or you will find that in the description of this particular video. So let's go ahead and see something new today. So today we'll be discussing about map charts. So map charts are one of the most used features in current data visualization tools. Okay, whether it's Power BI or any other data visualization technology like Spotify, Tableau, or ClickSense. Okay, so any of these things, you must be using map charts. So map charts is something which you'll be using a lot. So let's go ahead and create a map chart. So first thing first, let's go ahead and load the data. So I'll load the data here. Okay, I have the sample superstore file which will help me to see the data. I'll open this, and we have already seen this data many times, so everyone is familiar with this. So it will be easy for us to understand the data and then create the map charts. If you have the table which have latitude longitudes, then that's well and good. Okay, it will be very easy for you to create the map charts. But if you do not have latitude longitudes, you can there are a lot of sources on Google, and from there you can map your cities, your countries, your counties, okay, your provinces to the latitude longitudes, and you can map them. So that way also you can create this. So it will be very easy for you to create map charts. So since we have already loaded this data here, and we do not have any other map data geographical location other than state and postal code. So postal code and state is the only column which will get us geographical information. Okay, so let's try to create a map chart. So we have two different maps here. So one is map, here only map, then there is field map, and then there is something called ArcGIS maps for Power BI. Okay, so this is something new. Okay, ArcGIS, if you are working on ArcGIS map, then you can use these things. So we'll see the map and field maps. So let's go ahead and create a field map. And as you see that this is a map chart, but it where we have to bring up location, legend, latitude, longitude. So if you have information about latitudes and longitudes, then it's easy for you to create a map chart. If not, you can use a location identifier. For us it is a state column, so I'll drag the state column here, and what happened? Nothing happens. We get an error that maps and field map visuals are disabled. To enable them, go to file, options and settings, under options, global and security. Okay, let's go ahead. So we'll click on file, we'll go to options and settings, we'll go to options. It will open a new window, and we'll have to wait for a couple of seconds for that. And then we'll go to security is here. We'll see maps somewhere we have, so we can just check this option also for ArcGIS. Then you have something called use map and field map visuals. Okay, so you have to check these options, and so ArcGIS is not compulsory for this, but I have just checked it for timing. Okay, so say okay. As soon as you say okay, nothing happens on that. Okay, so nothing happens. So what we'll do, we'll create this again. Okay, so we'll create this again. So we have this map. Okay, so we got this map here, expand it. Okay, so we got this map, and we'll drag the state column on the location. And now, yeah, we got the data here, we got the map chart. Okay, So that is showing us the maps for United States, because this data is only for United States. We have 49 states available here except Alaska. Okay, so here we have all the values. Now it is coming up in a green color, but what I want it to be showing up a different colors for each state. So I'll just drag state to legend here, so that way every state will be showing in a different color. If you see here, all that is coming up here. And under the tooltip, it is just showing me, under the tooltip it is showing me only the name of that. What I want to show the sales also. So I'll drag sales to the tooltip, and anything else if you want to. So I'll drag profit also in the tooltip, so that when my user click on this, okay, so here you see that my users will be able to see that what all information is there for sales, how much is the sales. Obviously you need to rename them. So instead of showing sum of sales, you will say total sales, total profit and all. So that way, like, it will be easy for you to understand, for users to understand that how the things are going on for every states. Okay, so like this, there are a lot of information. If you have latitude longitudes information, you can do that also. So that is how, like, you will be able to create maps. And we'll go to the settings of this, formatting of this map. So we'll go to map settings, and style is there, and controls are there, zoom buttons are there, selection, and then you have lasso is there. Lasso is nothing but like it will allow you to select the way you want to select. If you see here, it is in square boxes, and now if you change it to uh, there is something called lasso selection, where you can move any kind of shape. Okay, so that is like and then you have zoom options. You can zoom in, zoom out. It's up to you that how you want to see the things. Okay, and you have style option. You have aerial. This will be the aerial view, like you are seeing on from the satellite view kind of thing, that it shows you the way you see the Google Maps and all. Okay, and then you have the dark mode. Okay, so you have this dark mode, then you have the light mode. Okay, the normal view, and then you have this grayscale view. Okay, so like this, there are different options. Then you have this road view. So it's up to you then. And this is the border, if you see here. So this is how, like, the whole US map will be shown. There are a lot of other things, like you can check it out. And this is geocoding culture, what kind of geocoding culture you want to use. Fill colors, if you want to specifically decide that what color should be shown a particular state, you can do that. Okay, so like this, there are a few settings for this. Then these are just normal formatting settings which you can do. So now you can just play around with this, and you can create more visualizations. Okay, it's up to you now. You can create more visualizations, more information, and then you can select whatever you select, the relevant information will be showing as usual, the way you create the normal reports, Power BI reports. Okay, so this is how the map chart will work. Okay, so if you want to make this on with full screen side, then you can do it this way. Now let's go ahead and create a normal map. Here you see this we have. Okay, here also we can do the same thing. So I'll expand this. Okay, here. Okay, so here you have this map, and I'll drag. I don't have any other column other than state, you know that. And we'll get the state column. Where is that state column? Here we have. Okay, so here we have. So instead of having the filled maps, it will be showing up as dots. Okay, the markers kind of thing. So that way it will be easy again for users to understand for each state that what is the value and all. Okay, then you can do the same thing the way you did in the previous example. Okay, so here you have the bubble size will be based on the sales or from profit. Now we will not make it bubble size so big. It might be the case that any particular state is having highest sales, but that state couldn't get us highest profit. Okay, so that is not the case all the time. So if you see the California state, okay, if you see the California state is having highest sales out of everything, I know that. Okay, so sales is, and we'll get it get both the things so that you can do the comparison. Now if you see California state is $457,000. Okay, so $457,000. Profit is $76,000 only. Okay, so this way you can see that though California was having the highest sales, but it couldn't give us a highest profit. Highest profit is coming from New York, if you see, because the bigger the bubble, bigger the this thing. So highest profit. Okay, for now it is 76, but if you see, New York is not so behind with the sales of 310. Now, if you see, here we have the sales of 457,000 and 76,000 as a profit only. But for New York, our sales is $310,000, but profit is 74,000. So it's comparatively better compared to California. So like this, for let's say for Florida, it is 89,000 sales, but we are going into losses. Okay, that is minus 3,399, almost 4,000, 3,000, 3,300. So this way, like, it will be easy for us to identify. Now again, you can bring up the legends if you want to. Okay, so here we'll get the legend so that every state will be shown in a different color. You can do all those things which you did earlier. Okay, so it's the same way, only thing it will be coming up with markers, and that is field map. So this is the only difference with this these two charts. So here you have bubble size, you can make scaling, range scaling, magnitude, data range. You can specify as per your requirement. Map settings, same way. You can do the controls, you can do zoom buttons, you can have lasso button, geocoding culture and all that. So all that will be same. So it's up to you that how you can utilize it. So these are two map charts which are very useful. You can use them in your day-to-day activities, and you can use that. Basically, sometimes I'll be using this kind of chart so that it will be easy for users to understand the things, and sometimes I have used this kind of chart also. So it varies based on the requirement. Then there is something called ArcGIS. Okay, so if you want to utilize this ArcGIS maps, like for that you need to have a kind of subscription, I believe. Okay, so that way you need to have that, you need to connect that, and we'll see that. Let's go ahead, because I in my projects, okay, I know that I have used ArcGIS with the subscription model. So based on my client details, I logged into the map, and based on that we were loading some custom kind of maps with the same thing. It will get us the same kind of chart the way we were getting earlier. Yeah, so it will work in the similar way. But if you have custom requirements, custom charts and all, then you can utilize your company details, subscription details. It will give us the same way. So here I'll say latitude, longitude, size, color. So use the state as on the color also, so that will give you the color kind of thing. And size, you can get us using size. Okay, so that is how, like, a lot similar way you can bring it up here. So you have join layers, find similar and all that stuff. Different settings are there, latitude, longitudes obviously. So this way, if you see, it is not giving you perfectly, okay, sum of sales. Okay, so if I remove this size thing, then if you see, it's not coming correctly. So here you see it is showing California. Okay, it is showing this, what is that, Arizona and all that, Florida is coming up and all that. Okay, so this way, like, it is not showing everything perfectly. There might be reasons for that, I'm not sure. But ArcGIS is again a custom. So normally ArcGIS you will be using when your organization, your project have custom charts or something which you can only access through subscription thing. So that is how I have used ArcGIS. Okay, so you can do the same way. So I have just used color and the location. So if I remove the color thing, it will show you the same thing which it was showing earlier, and it requires a lot of rendering. Obviously it is a custom chart, so it will require a lot of rendering. So this is how, like, map charts will be used. So I hope you might have learned something new if you are not aware of these things. And you can create latitude longitudes also. If now, let's say if I want to create a map for India, then I can download the data for India, and then I can create that. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a map using the latitude longitude information which I have just downloaded. Okay, so here what you have to do, you have to I have just downloaded the India level data for latitude longitudes for all the states and cities. So I'll go ahead and load the data. So it's Excel workbook, and I have just downloaded this file which will have some information. So we'll see that what all columns it is bringing and what all information it is having. So I'll just see this. So if you see this, like you have city, latitude, longitude, country, ISO is there, admin name is there, okay, and the capital, okay, population and all that information. So we do not need all this thing. We just need to know city and latitude, longitudes and country. So here we'll just say load. Okay, so as soon as the data is loaded, we'll try to create a map chart using latitude longitudes. So you can create any kind of map, any country's map. Only thing you need to know that their state names or provinces, okay, or their latitude longitude. That's all you need. Okay, so right now we'll create a map here. This will get us, okay, so we have latitude longitude information. I'll click on this, and the latitude here, okay, and longitude here, and if you see here, we got that. Okay, so this way it got us the data information perfectly. I believe it is getting us the information perfectly. I'll get the city location also. Okay, so we got this error, remove location to display longitude pairs. Okay, we can remove this thing, and we can use legends here, city as a legend. Okay, so here you see that capital, there are few information which is not populated correctly, but we can see it here. So here you see we have this capital New Delhi and all that, but this information is not perfectly correct. Only thing what is correct here, latitude longitude. So this way we have the information about India, and this is how India map is created. Okay, so this way as I showed you that you can do the maps using the state columns and all that, or you can do using latitude longitudes. So latitude longitudes are always perfect, you know that. You can even map the county level information also, so it's up to you that how you can utilize this. I hope like you might have learned something new. If you have not seen my previous videos, you can check it out, like my channel. I have lot many videos on different technologies. Last video was on field parameters in Power BI that will help us to dynamically change the x-axis and y-axis and other factors. So this way, I hope you might have liked it. If you have liked this, do like and subscribe my channel. It will help me to grow. Thank you very much. Have a great day ahead.